Latin lesson 21. Lesson 21 is about interrogative pronouns and adverbs, questions, and making questions from statements. I'm going to go over just your, make sure you can see it, go over your vocabulary, pronounce it so that you can make sure you're pronouncing it correctly, and you can say it with me. I'm going to go through Latin and then English. Quid novi is your saying, which just means what's new, like, thank you, lady, what's happening, what's going on. This is your vocabulary. Most of this you've had. This is a review for you. Quis, who. Quid, what. Quando, when. Ubi, where. Cur, why. Quote, how many. Quam diu, how long. And quomodo, how. I'm going to erase these, and I'm going to get to probably the trickiest part of the lesson, which is using ne. Ne is an enclitic, which means that if I put this at the end of a word, it's going to turn it into a question. So I'm going to put it at the end of a statement, and then it's going to make that statement a question. I'm going to do a few examples with you. I'm going to start with orabat. Now, orabat, you already know what that means. He, she, it. He was praying. Okay, in your head right now, I want you to turn he was praying into a question. He was praying becomes was he praying? And so how do I write was he praying in Latin? I write orabat, ne. There's that N-E. Just put N-E at the end of orabat, and he was praying becomes was he praying. Okay, let's try one more. Or let's actually try two more. Let's move to write the word. When I write it down, I want you to say it in your head or out loud if you want to. Let's do laborabunt. You know that bunt is they. You know laborabunt means they will work. I'll write that. Okay, ladies in your classroom today, she kind of comes and goes. She may behave, she may not. Let's see. So laborabunt, they will work. And I'm going to turn that into a question. So I'm going to go ahead and just do it in Latin right now by putting that "ne" at the end. Laborabunt ne. And so what does that become as a question? Will they work? Of course, don't forget your question mark. Okay, let's try one more. Let's try. As you can see, lady is just very excited about learning Latin today. All right, let's take clamat. This is present tense. Clamat. Say that in your head. What is that? Or translate into your head. He, she, it does what? Shouts. So I'm going to say he shouts. Now I want to make that into a question. How do I make that into a question? Is he shouting? Turn clamat into is he shouting? And I write clamat ne. Okay, and so that's how you take the statement and then turn it into a question. You also are expected to work with some common questions and answers. Some of these you know, some of them you may not know. Ben, are you near?
I am.
Okay, will you come and sit right here, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, and let's see how you respond to these. See what he remembers from 5th grade. Thank you. Why don't you sit right here? Okay. Interesting costume. All right, I'm going to ask you in Latin, and then you respond in English for them, okay? And if I ask you to respond in Latin, you may do that. Let's see. How about quid novi?
Quid novi. Not a lot.
Okay, good. I was about to say you're wrong. That is right. Quid novi means what's new, so he answered it correct. He's obviously not up to that much. He's playing dress up. How about, now I want you to answer this one in Latin. All right, and you're also doing this with me, or with Ben. Quid est tibi nomen? Why don't you actually answer it in English and then let's answer it in Latin. Quid est Tibi nomen.
Ben.
Correct. Can you put that in a sentence in Latin?
Mihi nomen est ben.
Okay, slower and move your hand.
Mihi nomen est ben.
Excellent. Mihi nomen est ben. All right, let me ask you another one. And I want you to see if you can answer this in Latin as well. Quomodo vales. How about English first, and then we'll change that. Quomodo vales.
I'm good.
Very nice. Good, you're correct. Now, can you change "I am good" into? Could you tell me? How about "very well"? Thank you.
Bene.
That works, but optime gratias is what I was thinking. But nice job. Thank you for joining us today, Ben. If you have any questions, please write them down at the bottom, and I will respond as soon as I can. Thank you for joining us today.